everybody, happy January 5th. Today I am going to do freezer chicken curry. This is a recipe from thefamilyfreezer.com. It is a free recipe. I will put it in the description box. Right now I'm just cubing up my chicken. It is still semi-frozen, so I'm going to pop it right back into the freezer before it's even thawed. I made a mistake and got my chicken out late, and it's still semi-frozen, so it's actually cutting pretty nicely. You could use any part of the chicken. You could use thigh, drumstick, whatever. Drumstick's kind of tedious, though. If you were doing that, I would say just leave the drumsticks whole, slow cook it, and then pull out the bones later. That would be a viable option for this. And this recipe calls for 2 pounds. I've tried that. It's kind of too brothy. So I actually add 3 pounds of meat, and I'm doing 3-gallon freezer bags full. And I actually made this for dinner tonight. So, well, actually Abby's making eggs, and this is for those who don't want eggs because we got home late once again. But that's in the Instant Pot, and I look forward to trying it. I thought about canning this, but I don't know, I'm a little hesitant. I kind of wanted to put the ingredients together and put them in Instant Pot before I decide to try that and commit to it. I kind of made a hybrid of the Ball Canning Book curry chicken recipe and this one online. So we'll see how that turns out. And we're in the height of dinner time and everybody's got the goofies. So if you hear a whole lot of noise in the background, you'll know why. You'll probably notice my little owl friend coming into the picture. That would be...
hello there, I'm a real owl.
That would be Mr. Aiden. Do you have a letter for me from Hogwarts? Nice. All right, get out of my way. It's gonna be about to be owl curry up in here. So we will also be adding peas, honey. I'm using curry paste instead of curry powder. Garlic, tomato sauce, coconut milk, salt. There might be a couple more ingredients, but I'll walk you through as we go. So right now I'm going to finish cutting up my chicken. And once I get all my bags full of that, I will bring you back to put in all the other stuff. This meal is really simple. You can throw it in your slow cooker in the morning. If you put it on low, it'll be good for dinner. If you need it fast, you can do it on high for like 4 hours. It's nice. Or you could put it in the Instant Pot. How long? I'm not exactly sure. I put mine in for 25 minutes, so I'll have to see how that comes out. Okay, we're back. I have about 2.5 pounds of diced chicken breast in these 3 1-gallon bags. I decided, even though the recipe does not call for it, that I wanted to put half of a large onion in each one, so I went ahead and did that. And before I go any further, I promised you I would show you, this is what the beef stew looks like. The one in the photo last night is from a batch I'd done before. So this isn't the most beautiful thing, but I have to tell you, we had this for lunch today, and it was awesome. We managed to get 12 quarts out of that, so that is about 6 to 7 meals for us. So yeah, just wanted to pass it on. Okay, first thing, this is super easy. This is assembly line style. First thing I'm going to do is a 6-ounce can of tomato paste in each one of these bags. You can hear the Instant Pot in the background pressurizing. These were the organic tomato pastes that I had bought from Dollar Tree that I had in a haul a little while back. It's so nice to have these meals like this. My stock had really gotten depleted. I have a lot of raw ingredients, but quite often we find ourselves without anything to eat for a meal because it's all just that, raw ingredients. So it gets very frustrating, and that was a big part of why I resolved to do this. Leif, could you please be quiet?
Okay.
Thank you. Leif is standing here watching me, but I have a rule: when mommy's filming, it's time to be quiet. The recipe calls for a 13.5-ounce can of coconut milk. All I have is coconut cream. It's just going to make a richer product, so that's what I'm going ahead and putting in these. If I can get it to come out. That's a very thick layer of cream. Honestly, to me, it doesn't look much different than coconut milk. I'm not entirely certain what the big difference is. There's a big cream cap in both. So, I don't know. If you know what the big difference is, please do share. I love reading your comments. It's always a lot of fun. And thank you for new subscribers. Welcome. I really appreciate it. It helps support the channel. It helps support my family. Eventually, I'm hoping to have a much bigger channel. Already thinking ahead to fun things to do. But for now, we'll just enjoy our little small selves, and all of us will grow together. I've been watching Chris over at City Girl, Homestead Girl, and I'm so proud of her. She has really busted her tail, and when I discovered her, we had the same number of subscribers, and now that girl's well over 1,000. I'm just so happy for her. She just got monetized, so congratulations again, Chris. Okay, we have our tomato paste. Recipe calls for 1 3/4 cup of tomato sauce. I'm going to use 2 cups. A little bit extra is not going to hurt. I don't think that 1/4 cup makes a difference. So this is my home canned tomato sauce. There we go. All right. And then I need 2 cups of peas. And each one of these little Walmart bags happens to be 2 cups exactly. This is one instance where my kids actually will eat their vegetables. We had a brief intermission. It was getting a little noisy in here. All right, this recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of honey, so I'm honestly just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna call that 1, 2, and 3. And this does add very nice sweetness, so I do recommend it. Helps balance it out. I'm using a hotter curry. If you don't like spicy, you can find a mild curry. You could use a powder. You don't have to use a paste. I just know that I've made this enough times that I really think that the curry paste gives a much better flavor than curry powder, so that's what I do. And I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of salt. I know it seems like a lot. I've done less than that before. It's just a little bland. No offense to the original author, it's just that we all have our tastes and our way that we like to do things. And then I am going to go ahead and use 1 teaspoon each bag of red pepper flakes. In our house, we like spicy, so this will work out very well for us. And then let's see, where are we at? It says 2 cloves of garlic. Well, you know, in our house, we just really like garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and do a tablespoon per bag. However many cloves that is, I don't know, probably works out to like 3. And do what your taste buds want, whatever that looks like to you. And then we are going to use, this is my curry paste. I bought it at one of our Asian stores. It smells delicious. This is a 2 tablespoon measure. I'm going to do that plus a little bit, because the only thing about slow cooking stuff is sometimes I find that the flavors get muddy a little bit, so I like to add a bit more. So I'm actually just ending up adding like half a can of this curry paste to each one. And the coconut milk and honey work really well to offset the spice. So we have our tomato paste, our tomato sauce, our coconut milk, our peas, our garlic, honey, our curry paste, though the recipe calls for powder, salt, and red pepper flakes. And then I had added half an onion, just because that's what we like, and almost 3 pounds of chicken breasts. And then I'm actually going to add something else that we really enjoy, and that is garam masala. And I probably butchered the pronunciation. It's just a very like floral flavor, so I'm actually going to add a teaspoon of that to each one of these, just to give it a little extra something. It's really good. We go through a lot of this kind of stuff. We use a lot of this for butter chicken, Indian butter chicken. We like chicken tikka masala. We really like, I can't think of an Indian food that we've met that we don't like yet. Thai food, Indian food, any kind of curry. Jamaican goat curry is like one of my favorite things in the world. I really miss being in Cuba. There's a place down there called the Jerk House that serves some of the best goat curry around. So if any of my Gitmo peeps are there, I miss it. Guantanamo was a really neat place to work. All right, so I'm squeezing all the air out of these. And the next part's the fun part. This is the part where you can get your kids involved if you want. You're gonna smush all of this together. I just make a mishmash of it, get it mixed together as well as possible. That won't be perfect. It's not extremely important because it's all gonna go in the slow cooker, but I like to do this to help start spread out those spices and get the meat infusing with them. And then that's it. This is a delicious meal. If you're a smaller family, this will probably be 2 meals with leftovers. You can get some like little naan bites or some naan from like Aldi or somewhere like that. You could make sourdough naan or regular naan. You could use bread, crackers, rice. We like to serve it over rice and have buttered naan with it. It makes a very, very hearty meal. You can add potatoes. You know, there's varying schools of thought on adding potatoes to frozen stuff. There's a concern that they will like get sweet and weird. So if you want to, you could either add your dry canned potatoes or some fresh potatoes when you put this in your slow cooker to cook for the day to come home to. And then oh, never mind. I like to double bag all of my freezer stuff. I do not use Ziploc brand anymore because I'll tell you, every single Ziploc brand bag that I have ever used for years now for freezer meals has leaked. Everyone, without fail. The Aldi bags work really well. I'm not sure about these Walmart brand ones because I have not used them before, but I'm hopeful we'll have good results. So there you have it. I mean, it is just that simple. Crockpot chicken curry. I have 3 meals for my freezer now that I can grab when we're in a hurry, and we will be good to go. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another day of Make Ahead Meals Month. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye now. Oh, look at that. Look at that.